With the ballet world at a standstill due to the pandemic, it was time to pair together ballet dancers and other passionate artists to collaborate and create something new, to push ballet forward and to make room for new ideas to thrive.
I first became aware of Marcus because my mom is always on the lookout for like Swedes in the news. She's Swedish, and so she sent me some article about this Swedish chef. So I'm really excited to teach Marcus a little bit about what I know how to do well, dancing.
We have many similarities. She has Swedish heritage, right? And we started young both in our careers. In making the dish, Bella's stories and work will really be the inspiration. I want to make something as graceful as a world-class dancer.
Hi, Marcus. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Isabella, how are you?
I'm pretty good. You know, there's been a lot to adapt to with the cancellation of our season. I've been working my butt off since I was a kid, you know, trying to claw my way up in the ballet world. And this is the first time I haven't had a performance on the calendar, and I'm just forced to sit back and process everything. But you know, I'm healthy, I'm alive.
No, it's hard for all creatives, right? Trying to figure out how do we continue as creatives. So for me, it's like, what's a chef without a restaurant? But how have you kept yourself working during this time?
I mean, it's been frustrating, honestly, because we need space to do what we do, and you need like a special floor. But what's helped me a lot is to be able to connect with other dancers all over the world via social media.
Nice.
My friend James Whiteside, he's a principal dancer in ABT as well. We started doing this ballet class and streaming it from our kitchens on IG Live. And tens of thousands of people from all over tuned in. It's so cool. And every class we had a suggested donation to a different charity. So have you reopened in any capacity your restaurants or not yet?
We've turned everything from traditional restaurant to community kitchens. We've reached 250,000 meals that we served to first responders and so on. And it was very important to have something like World Central Kitchen out there that knew about social distancing, how to serve. They have been in the most challenging situations in the world for years. So it was really comforting in a way to have them as a partner. So we're working, we are doing some of the most important work ever, but we're just not meeting our regular audience, that's all. I can tell you all about the journey of becoming a chef, but how does one become a world-class dancer? What's the steps?
So I grew up in Sun Valley, Idaho. It's a little ski town. And my mom, my Swedish mother, woo!
Yeah.
She just signed me up for some ballet classes at the rec center. And I just loved dancing so much, just trying to master every step and reach for this level of perfection that's always out of reach, no matter how good you get. When I was 17, I was basically scouted by the director of the junior company of ABT. So I ended up moving to New York, and I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 other young dancers in the East Village. I was living the dream. I think growing up in Idaho, in a small town, and spending so much time outdoors in nature has given my dancing sort of a free-spirited, expansive quality. At least I would like to think that I am a free spirit on stage. What about you? I would love to hear your journey.
I was born in the countryside in Ethiopia. When I was 3, I got adopted to Sweden and grew up in Gothenburg. I just had a typical Swedish upbringing. My childhood was filled with music and food. A little bit of soccer splashed in, and those were the 3 things that matter in our household. It was actually my grandmother. Her name was Helga, the one that really taught me the love for cooking. In cooking, you want to get into the 3-star Michelin restaurant. Yeah. And me and Mom went to the local library, got the addresses, wrote letters, and just got no after no after no. But we kept going because we only need one yes. And one day I got a yes, I got in. So that's great. When I was a teenager, I studied in Japan, I studied in France, I studied in Switzerland. It was really my mother that constantly put in my head, find a community that you are part of a neighborhood and cook for that. So post 9/11, I moved to Harlem, and it's been very friendly to me and my family. serving its community by providing jobs, but also presenting this collective between food, music, and hospitality in a very local lens is what makes Red Rooster Red Rooster. It's a life's work that I'm extremely proud of.
Wow, that's awesome. Was there like a moment in your life where you faced some kind of adversity?
I mean, one of the blessings about being Black and an immigrant is that you get rejection every day. As a Black person, you constantly, you have to kind of search for your own truths, because most of the truths that is being told about you or prejudged about you is garbage. And then as an immigrant, it's very similar. You can look at that really in many different lenses, right? But it can also prep you for excellence.
Totally.
It's like your craft. If you are committed to excellence and you're going to work hard, once you show that you can produce or belong, it really becomes about that.
That's like amazing and so inspiring.
So much of what you do is about precision and practice and repetition. Cooking is also about practice and repetition. Eventually, there's got to be a little of spontaneous moment where you're like going for it in a different way. I'm just trying to work my guts up to create a dish around all of that. She has so many different places that I can draw from. Her Nordic side, so maybe we do a dish that has hints of smoke. She grew up in nature. Some Swiss chard. This is also something I thought about that could be in her backyard back home. When I think about Idaho, we gotta have a play of potato, but also trout. The brilliance of precision, so maybe we do a really cool cut with the trout. And we're just gonna mix miso and butter and horseradish, and this is what we're gonna put on top of the trout. Her husband is Asian. He get the miso and umami flavors. Maybe we create a broth that is out of wild mushroom, because I can imagine foraging in those mountains. We're gonna blend with the bones and everything. And this is really where the flavors develop, right here, right? Salt, a little bit of pepper, some of that corn again. Maybe we do the puree of potatoes with apples or something like that. Add a little bit more olive oil. I had a lot of fun creating this dish and really thinking about her background and the food that she might enjoy. And I hope she'll be happy with it.
So thinking about like what I'm gonna teach you.
Yes.
I'm so excited for that.
Good, because I'm nervous about that.
No, don't be nervous.
The only word I know in ballet is plié.
Plié, that's a great start. That's what you start every day with at the bar. Yeah. Plié. If
That's
you
it.
can put plié, you're good.
That's it. That's it. How many hours before the show can and should a dancer eat?
The show's at like 7:30 or 8, and I try to eat around 3.
Yeah.
Spaghetti is like one of the only foods that seems palatable to me. And sometimes we'll go and get a side of pizza.
A
So
side
like,
of pizza. I love that. But anyway, like, yeah, it's fun. Like, we're gonna have fun, and you're gonna show me the stuff, and I'm game.
Swan Lake is probably the most well-known and iconic ballet. It's also one of my favorite ballets. It's also the hardest ballet that I do. It's definitely the journey of a ballerina's entire career. I thought Swan Lake would be the perfect ballet to share with Marcus. And I also thought it would be really funny to see him doing little swans. So it was very selfish of me. Here we go, Marcus. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think let's just do our arms out like this, okay? So you're gonna stand on your right leg. Your left leg is sort of behind, just like in a resting position like that. Mm-hmm. Stunning, elegant. You look great. Okay. So then we're gonna go, you hop onto the back foot. So you go back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, and a little like jump out. Perfect. So jump out, and then the next thing is called a pas de Beret. So you do back, side, front. Back, side, front. Pretty good. Okay, I like this. You're very focused. I can see that you're a great student. Yeah. So the tempo is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Oh my gosh, so good. Seriously, that is so good. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8. Pretty good. Seriously, you kind of got it ish. And play the music one time and don't freak out because it's kind of fast. And okay, that's it. See how fast it is? It's really aggressive.
That was very fast.
I'm going to teach you one other part, okay? We're just going to do 16 pas de deux, and pas de deux means step of the cat. And so what you do is you lift one knee like that, you jump off of this leg, and then you land in passe. So good! That was seriously so good. You literally just do like 16 pas de deux in a row on the diagonal. So, for example, it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's see your pas de deux. Perfect. So we'll try it with the music. 5, 6, 7, 8. So good! Dude, you're crushing it, seriously. All right, I mean, I think that's good.
That's amazing. The amount of balance and strength that you have, it's amazing. I'm very impressed.
It's very hard, but I had fun. I was eager to learn, happy to do it, and we had fun. It's just so good and healthy to let go of whatever you do on a day-to-day basis and just be in another space, right? And I love challenges like that.
Oh wait, that might be the food.
I was hoping to be able to go to Red Rooster and dine with Marcus in person, but because we're in the middle of a pandemic, we had to film everything separately and the food had to be delivered to me.
Well, this is like potato and corn and some Swiss chard.
Yeah, so you just open that up and okay. I would put 2 spoons of the mash first. That's kind of your bed.
Okay,
nice.
And then you have the...
How's my plating going so far?
Now get the tricky part, because fish is kind of delicate. Now you carefully just put that on top.
Okay.
Yeah, yay. Got it done. And then the broth.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Yeah, I would go a lot with that. Yeah, exactly. Because it's all about texture once you start eating. The fish is super delicate. Shiitake has that soft mushiness to them. The corn has a little crunch to it. Yeah, there you go. It's like,
oh my God, I could drink this whole thing.
I wanted you to have food that was a balance between comfort, but also some grace and elegance, because that's why I think dance is so much.
Oh my God, it smells so good.
When you eat that mash, it's like, oh, that's like home. But then they get lighter with the broth.
Holy shit. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
So, it's like the best thing I've ever tasted. The horseradish isn't as overpowering as sometimes horseradish can be, where like that's all you taste.
Horseradish transforms when you cook it. It becomes sweet, actually.
I'm really not a good cook, but do you think I could figure out how to make this, or like no way?
No, absolutely. Now, mash, you guys can make that. The broth is probably the most technical difficult, and then filleting the fish. You can go to Citarella down there, and they can fillet it for you.
I don't even like have the vocabulary to convey how delicious this is, but
eating it, you don't play around. You eat. That's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, good.
She eats a ton. She eats. She doesn't taste. She ate that like that. And I love, as a chef, you love that. She was super curious, hungry, ate it, cleaned the plate. Engaged, best diner you can possibly think about.
Whenever I do get the opportunity to talk to young dancers, I just try to emphasize, like, you need to eat a well-balanced diet, not deprive yourself too much. You just have to really make sure that you're giving your body everything it needs to perform its best.
I polished off every bite and I'm going to eat more of that later.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love dancing with you. I loved hanging with you.
I loved hanging with you. I know, hug. Oh.
Yeah. Congratulations to all of your success. I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you. Vice versa.